Hey guys, welcome to this next YouTube video. Today we're going to be reviewing the putting mirror. And now as a training aid, the putting mirror is probably one of the most known training aids. And in this video, we're just going to break down whether you should get a putting mirror yourself, the benefits of having one of these, and how it can really help you out in your game. Let's get into the video. So you can see here with a putting mirror, what it has on it is there's a few different signs. So in terms of what these lines do, this black line here is going to be used to line up the center of our putter to that line and keep it there. So it's very good for the backstroke path. This red line here is actually for the leading edge of the putter, and that's going to be good for lining up our ball position. And then obviously you've got the actual mirror itself. So when you've got this mirror laid down on the floor, what you want to try and do is actually get used to reading the putt first, because you want to line up the black line that goes through the mirror directly up at your target line. This putt here is a little bit of a slope from a left to right, so I've lined it up roughly where I think the target line should be. I don't want to line it up straight towards the hole, because then I'm going to probably miss the putt low. So that black line's really good for matching up the line on the ball with the line on the mirror, and then just making sure that goes towards your target line. So for me, it's somewhere around about here. When I've got my lines correct, mirrors are really good as well, because obviously it's going to teach me just to put my putter right on line with that black line and right in line with the ball, so the middle of the ball is right out the middle of the putter. Then as well, this line on the end of the mirror is obviously going to be running parallel to the target line, so I just need to get my feet parallel with both of these lines. So the actual side of the mirror is also really good for just getting the feet. When we've done that, then we need to get our ball position right. So we've got the putter set on the ground, we've got our alignment good. The red lines here that are on the mirror should line up to the leading edge and to the center of our stance. So that's just going to put the ball just in front. So straight away, the mirror is definitely getting us in a better setup position, because we've got our ball position and then we've got our line that's running up towards our target line. Both of them things are very important. From there then, the thing that is actually the main use of the mirror is the fact it's a mirror. So with the mirror, what we want to try and do is gauge our eye line. And we just want to make sure that whether we have our eye line more over the ball or more inside the ball, I wouldn't really ever want it too far over the ball, but you'd either want it to be either on top of the ball or just inside the ball. And I'd say you just want to find what's comfortable for you. So for me, my eyes now are directly over the ball. I can see my left eye is on top of the ball, my right eye is just to the right side. So that would be my eyes directly over the ball. I can then feel fairly straight. Some people prefer to be a little bit inside the line. So if you like viewing it from here, where the left eye is actually just inside the ball and the right eye is just to the right of that, that then might look better to you. So it's just about your personal perceptual bias, understanding what eye line's best for you, and that's what mirrors are really good for. When you've found what feels comfortable to you, whether it's over the ball or just inside, then what you can then do is try and always get yourself into that position. So always try and make sure that your eye line's consistent. So for me, I like being just straight over the ball. So every putt I hit, I'm just going to try and ensure that my eyes are always in that same position. So say every single putt I hit, I'm just going to make sure I'm calibrating myself, got my eyes over the ball, I've got my leading edge lining down to the middle of my stance, and I've got my target line there. Now I'm just going to try and really get used to rolling putts, just always in that same position. And if I need to adjust the mirror, again I will, if I feel like I'm missing it more left, which maybe I am slightly. So let me just shuffle that down a little bit. Also, mirrors will have the sort of holes in it, so you can use the T's to fix it in. So when you've actually got the correct target line of the mirror, you can then fix it in with some T's. So in terms of building in your mirror practice into a real life course situation, what I recommend doing is spending 50% of your time getting yourself into the right position with the mirror, trying to feel like what this feels like, rolling a fair amount of putts with that mirror in, and then removing the mirror after, say, 50% of your practice time, and then spending the second 50% of your practice time just without any sort of training aid, just feeling like you're bringing that same setup in. So you've still got the leading edge in the middle of the stance, you've still got your eyes in that same position, and then you're getting used to putting also without a training aid. And that's just the constant progression you want to do. You want to use the training aid, then not use the training aid, and so on. So that's just a little bit about the mirror there, the putting mirror. I'd definitely say it'd probably be my favorite training aid, because I feel like it covers everything it's set up while also helping out what the stroke does. Again, all mirrors are pretty much the same. They're going to be different designs, so just pick the one that you think suits your eye better and the one which you like the look of the best. And then again, go from trying to always start, when you get onto the green, lay the mirror down first and just calibrate everything. And when you feel like you're calibrated, then take it away. And that's just how the constant progression should go with training aids in golf in general. So hope you enjoyed that video. Just a bit about the mirror, a little review, and why it should be helpful for you. Definitely, if you don't have one, I recommend investing in one if you want to take your putting seriously, because they are really, really good. One thing I see at all of the tour events is all of the players are always got training aids. And I've been lucky enough to coach pros. And one thing that we're always doing when we're getting ready before an event, and even just before we go out onto the course, there's always going to be some sort of training aid laid down just to calibrate everything. Then when we're calibrated, then we can go from there. So I hope that helps. Just a little bit about training aids there, and obviously the putting mirror. If you could like and subscribe, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next week.